We've got a major story for you today, and it's about a technological breakthrough in a field you might not expect, social work. And we're not just talking about a small software update here. This is a complete game changer for how one of our most vital human services actually works. To really get why this matters so much, we have to start with this number, 400,000. That's how many kids are in the U.S. foster care system right now. It's a huge number, representing just so many lives in a state of flux.
And for every single one of those children, there's a family that's waiting or a family that could be waiting. So what's the holdup? It's not a lack of caring people. It's a mountain of paperwork. Seriously, an administrative bottleneck that's become the biggest roadblock in this deeply human process.
And that really gets to the core of the problem. You could call it a paperwork crisis. The very system that was designed to protect children has become so bogged down by its own red tape that it's slowing everything down. And that has a very, very real human cost.
You know, what's really powerful is hearing about this from someone on the front lines. This is a direct quote from a social worker, someone with over a decade of experience. Just imagine that. You dedicate your career to helping people, but you end up spending most of your week not with them, but with forms. And this just paints such a clear picture of the problem, right? The job is all about making a real human connection, but the paperwork forces you to do the exact opposite. Instead of looking a family in the eye, you're constantly looking down, just trying to write everything correctly for a report that could take you weeks to finish by hand.
So the key thing to realize is this isn't just about being inefficient. It has some really severe consequences. When the approval process slows to a crawl, good families get lost in the shuffle. They fall through the cracks. It means less time for actual human connection. And, well, the entire mission of social work gets compromised. But, and this is where the story takes a huge turn, an AI-powered solution has been introduced. It's a tool designed specifically to tackle this paperwork crisis head-on. Technology is finally stepping in to help clear the way.
And the new process is actually incredibly simple. A social worker can now just record their meeting with a family, and then afterward, the AI tool listens to that conversation and, boom, it generates a draft of all that complicated paperwork for the social worker to review. The difference is, it's just night and day. What used to take weeks of painstaking writing by hand now just takes a couple of hours of reviewing and editing. The whole nature of the work shifts from being a scribe to being a strategist. And all this newfound efficiency leads directly to the most important result of all. The focus can finally shift from paper back to people. It frees up social workers to do the work they actually signed up to do.
And here's that same social worker again. This quote just says everything. It's not just about saving time on a calendar. It's about getting back the mental and emotional energy you need to be truly present, to really engage with a family during one of the most important moments of their lives.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's always been the mission, right? To meet with families and kids and to make a real difference. This technology isn't replacing the social worker, it's empowering them. It's taking away the single biggest barrier that was standing in their way.
So, the big question is, does it actually work? Well, the initial results are in, and they are pointing to what looks like a total transformation of the system.
The numbers here are just wow. Before, in the worst cases, getting a foster family approved could take up to 300 days. That's almost a full year. Now, with the AI's help, those same timelines are consistently under 100 days. It is a staggering acceleration of the whole process.
So what does being that much faster actually mean in the real world? Well, it means more families are successfully making it through the approval process. It's happening quicker, and that means families and kids are getting the support they desperately need way more effectively.
When you see a success story like this, it naturally makes you wonder, could this be a blueprint for the future? I mean, what does this mean for other areas beyond just foster care?
The potential here is just enormous. Think about it. Think of all the other government agencies, from healthcare to housing, that are just buried under similar administrative burdens. This kind of AI application could be a model to save incredible amounts of time and get resources back to serving the public. But let's give the final word to the person who has actually lived through this change. After all those years struggling with the old way, her take on it is so simple, but so powerful. This tech isn't just another tool for her. She says it's amazing. It's a reason to be grateful.
And that leaves us with a really important question to think about. We've seen how AI can unburden one of our most essential human services, freeing up professionals to focus on the work that truly matters. So the question for all of us is, where else could a change like this make all the difference?